We use something called magneto-inertial confinement fusion.
It's like an X-Men character.
It is, yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Actually, our current generation system is called Polaris, which is, I believe, Magneto's daughter, is what I believe.
Oh my
it
God,
is.
yes, the green hair.
Yes,
Yes.
Not named that after that.
But sure,
It's a little,
okay.
it's a
You
little
say
fun,
so.
a little fun tidbit. So to get the system smaller, but still have the same pressure as the core of the sun, or where fusion happens, we use magnetic fields to compress and increase the pressure to over 1,000 atmospheres. That's really hard to do. And in fact, on Earth, there's very few places that have pressures that high. That's if you go to the Marianas Trench, deepest part of the ocean. That is the pressure of the water down at the bottom of that trench.
Could we build a plant down there? Just
Ooh,
you just put it outside.
You know, that's an idea. We haven't.
If you had to explain to somebody why they shouldn't be worried about having a little mini sun on the planet, right?
Yes.
Especially if they live nearby, and because we want more plants at some point, right? What would you say about the confinement and how much faith you have in it, or how solid it is? Not literally, but just how well it actually does its job.
Yeah, so some of the fundamental difference between nuclear power and fusion is two really big ones when you get to the safety aspect. And one is that it's hard to do. And so fusion is really hard to do, and when you turn the key off, the reaction stops. Just because in fusion there's so little fuel injected, you naturally have a system that if something goes wrong, there's a meteor that strikes the thing or something, like the worst case scenario, that's what we designed to actually, is meteors.
It's just in case.
Just in case.
So as far as the fusion designs go, there's quite a few of them. How does what you do differ from the Stellarator and the tokamak that is becoming pretty popular, and people have seen images of those donuts and the swirly thing?
The swirly thing?
The swirly thing and the donut.
It certainly does. It certainly does swirl.
Yeah.
I think ours swirl too, but it's swirly donuts.
Yeah.
I mean, we also have donuts as well. So I guess everybody loves donuts in fusion. There's a couple of fundamental, what we call magnetic topologies in fusion. One of the most common is the Stellarator. It's one of the earliest ones. There's another one called the tokamak that are what we call magnetic fusion or steady fusion. And in these systems, you have usually superconductors, but you have very high intensity electromagnets that hold this fusion fuel at high pressure. And then you inject heat. The fusion fuel swirls around in this donut and then eventually gets to high enough temperature that fusion now starts.
It stays on.
It stays on, and something we call ignition. But you also have to now get to high pressure. And you have to get to high pressure, but rather than doing it for continuously or steadily and trying to confine it for large periods of time, we do it in a pulse. So we do this, think about piston in an engine. We inject our fusion fuel, and then using electric fields, no moving parts, but electric fields, we then compress and squeeze that fusion fuel to really high temperatures and pressures. Fusion happens.